this is cool. You know, we could only film the songs once or twice, and that's it. So that's all I have to work with, which means I'm actually feeling quite free.
It's actually quite.
I pity you having to shoot all this on digital, and you have to edit it, and like, you know, all these tapes and codecs and so on. I'm free of codecs. On action. Die ist leer. One guy actually made a dream come true. It's just a day where you can see that Doc made it happen today. And he brought these people together, he brought us here, he inspired us to film it this way. And I think Doc is somebody who teaches us that in this world that is becoming kind of more technocratic and more fake, and we're losing touch with, now I do sound like him, we're losing touch with our senses. I don't know, it's these crazy Austrians.
Short attention, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everybody for joining and coming. It's I think a very important evening. Nobody knows exactly how digital and analog, how they are connected or how they can be merged. So we said, let's just invite 20 people from all over the world that spend many years fighting for answers that maybe we come closer to tonight. So I start with my left. This is Sissel. It's all standing in front of a portrait. She's the world's leading smell scientist. I didn't shower for 2 weeks just for this evening. Gentleman from Milano, Roberto di Puma, one of the founders of Moleskin. Maria, also from Moleskin, maybe the first company ever who scaled up a very analog thing. Nobody thought we're gonna need it. Heinz Lichtenegger, another crazy guy who never stopped believing in the analog. He's now the world leader of high quality turntables all over the world. Oskar, very special person, CEO of Polaroid. When we started Polaroid, everybody thought it's for old guys, romantic like me, but then the young generation took over and really gave it a new spin. So thank you for joining. Then the analog baron, David, founded one of the very first, if not the first, social network. One of them called Geocities, back in the very beginning of the internet. And I have been asked several times what exactly is the plan for tonight. To be honest, we don't have any plan. When I talk about we, it's about Scott and myself. So Scott is the head of the Analog Research Lab from Facebook. What should we say about you?
Troublemaker.
Troublemaker!
We encourage employees to come into the lab, to slow down and participate in making real things. This is probably unexpected at a company like Facebook, where products revolve around the use of screens and other digital technologies. The lab team, and especially my colleague Dana Martin, first met Doc and Jens in January and found we cared about many of the same things. Somewhere along the way we had this idea about bringing together a bunch of really smart people to try to figure out how digital and analog fit together. It's not a question of either or, but finding the best of both. How to use analog to make digital better, to fill in gaps that maybe have not been filled.
So guys, I hope you're going to sit because I want to call you.
A very special evening at a very special place. I'm not talking about Supersense, but even more crazy place. It's about 40-50 minutes from here, a hotel, but you will see.
if you think shooting it on film and lighting it with candles and all of you here and cutting it onto record wasn't difficult enough, we also want to do a crazy long tracking shot from the singer over all of you out of this room. And for that, you're going to be in that shot because you're having dinner. And after that, well, if you want to dance, do it. But then it'll be just a nice dinner that we'll try and catch a few glimpses of.
Yeah, we just got to do, 2 songs. And the last one we did was one of my originals, Don't Know How to Love You. And Jens is crying. I'm tearing up. Everybody's tearing up.
Chills all over me.
It's pretty cool.
There's lots going on here, lots of people and so on, and everything we shot actually over the last 2 days translates into 40 minutes of exposed film. That's it. It's not a lot in the editing room. You know, the selection, maybe sometimes right, sometimes not right, was already done, and that is kind of liberating. It's the easiest way of making a film. Camera ready?
Sunny day in all its
Action!
glory, hot as a 4th of July. The wind came in and it grazed my face and it led me to your eyes. Something told me I'd be seeing you again, but for some reason I still cry. Now years have gone by, I'm still by your side, but there's something on my mind. There've been many, many times when my words get untangled all on the floor.
It's been an incredible, crazy night. It's, I think we ended up realizing that there's more questions to ask than there are answers to be found.
Literally, it's like back to the editing room tomorrow and having to make sure we turn this into something that can sort of capture what it felt like here tonight in the finished film.
You know, I come away with a sense of hope that there is a good middle ground somewhere, you know, and we preserve the things because it's important to preserve them and transform them into something new and better than they were in the beginning. And yeah, it's a journey, and the journey is kind of the exciting and important part, not the end.
It's not the end of the story, but bloody hell, it's the end of my film. Okay, and on that note,
Thank you.
Thank you.